How clear is the law in Nigeria on categorizing persons who are ineligible to participate in this election? Because at the end of the day, underage voters, we look at foreigners participating in the election, then we cannot say we are deepening or strengthening our democracy if we have all of these external factors playing a role in tilting the pendulum. Now, as at 2017, the Immigration Service said it retrieved 299 voter cards from foreigners. And INEC says it's working with the Nigerian Immigration Service as well to curb this situation. And likely is the EU is also working with INEC to manage some of these issues and tightening all of the loopholes. But how clear is the Nigerian law on barring ineligible voters?
Well, the Constitution is very clear. For you to be the citizen of this country, that shows that you're a citizen by birth of this country, and every record will have proven you. But for the paucity, we have,
Remember, we can manipulate things in this country.
I'm coming. It's an afterthought when there's an infringement in our electoral process by foreigner obtaining our permanent voters card to cast vote as Nigerians on our soil without going through the procedures that gives them such right. But who do we blame here? Is INEC, because I believe there should be some measure of system checking, whereby, because it's an afterthought when you start looking for people by face, you'll be picking a Nigerian for a foreigner sometimes, because somebody might be looking like foreigner. And how do you determine? That means from the point of
I'm sorry, I want to play the devil's advocate, not necessarily because I'm taking sides with INEC, but if we have porous borders,
definitely we have porous
unable to know who's coming in and out, can INEC or should INEC be taking the blame for this again?
Let me make something very clear quickly, on Barrister. Number one, I wanted to point out that while we talk about dealing with issues of foreigners who are taking our voters card, I wanted to drop it that it's important that we also celebrate the fact that we have 22 more million Nigerians who have procured their voters card. That's some good progress. So we have more people who are interested in the political space, because to have good governance and to have a good election is a collective responsibility. Citizens, I expect, who have gone to get their voters card are going to be able to go to the vote, to monitor their vote, to wait for it to be counted, and to ensure that they follow the vote back to the collation center. So that's one thing we must celebrate. Now, there are issues of those little areas where we find aliens who have a voters card. It's not a border issue, because there are people who are legitimately coming here. They have a job here, they have a work permit here. But when the Yoruba will say, some people get comfortable and they need a form of ID, and they think that the best form of ID they can get is maybe an INEC voters card. It is the responsibility of the agent and the INEC officials at the various locations to get good quality training, to be able to understand what is the entitlement, who gets a voter's card and who does not get a voter's card.